This is Hanging Heavy.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hanging Heavy. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator, and today got an old boy coming in. If you recognize the music, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm talking about none other than Garbage Man.
I forgot my theme.
Who's that giggling? I'm tickling him in the butthole.
Oh.
And when he makes that squeal, I'm gonna come near. I'm talking about Puppy Ray.
Oh.
Fuck.
I was trying to slow it down.
Slow it down. Whoops. Puppy, chill out. Well, we finally got the old boys back in. We're talking about the full fucking lineup. It's been a minute, but ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. But yeah, before we get any further, at the top of every show, we have a little tradition where we take a shot, we chug a beer, we take a drink of whatever we've got near. You boys ready?
Yeah.
Put that shit up in the air in 3, 2, 1.
Oof.
A little rough.
It's been a while.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, before we started recording, we were just kind of shooting the shit, and I was asking Papi about his favorite band. He would argue the best band to ever exist throughout the history of time and music and space and continuum.
Mm-hmm,
and I told him, you're just listening to African drum beats. Anyway, we were getting to talking, and I asked him when the next Tool record was coming out, and as a rabid Tool fan, he quickly and without hesitation said next 10 years. And if you don't know anything about Tool or their contract with their record label, they pretty much can release an album whenever they fucking want, whether that be in 2 years or in 15, right? They were signed up for 10 records or some shit.
I don't know, but I know they could take the sweet ass time.
Yeah. There's no rush on their albums as long as they complete their you have to have this many albums, and then you can fuck off. And Papi was asking me, since I know a little bit more about audio, I guess engineering, recording, whatever, that they were choosing to record their last album.
Yeah, they did. So the last album they recorded in analog.
Yeah, in all analog. So for the most part, everyone knows nowadays, everyone fucking uses computers and shit to do all of their music, right? I mean, computers are cheap enough and powerful enough to be able to do that in a massive scale, I guess a consumer scale, right? Before you had to have thousands of dollars of equipment just to record a fucking song on, get this, ladies and gentlemen, tape, not duct tape or scotch tape, but the shit that you used to
Gorilla
put
tape.
the shit that you used to put in the radio. I don't know if anyone that listens to this is old enough, but there used to be this medium, and it's called analog because it's like physical, something that you can physically change to alter whatever you need to do, right? Tape is magnetic, so you alter the magnetic field and you can erase, you can alter, you can do a bunch of shit, right? Like, people forget that the technology that isn't like the software to make music these days came from that, right? It's essentially like trying to emulate all of that. But a lot of people think there's like less life in the music. Like, that's the reason why people listen to records. Records are considered analog because, I mean, it's a physical mean, right? Like, the grooves are physically there to make the music. Like an MP3, you can't hold on to an MP3, right? You have to put it on a USB or a memory card or a phone or whatever. But nobody really does analog anymore. So Papi was curious to, like, is there really even a difference? Now, if you don't really have an ear for that kind of stuff, I personally don't, because I've never recorded on analog. I mean, aside from like a shitty tape recorder, which is not very good quality, and everything I've done has been on computers. I'm using a fucking 12-year-old Mac to record this fucking show. So, I mean, you can do decent work with the bare minimum these days. But back then, recording studios used to take up a whole fucking house, right? And we were just trying to compare prices of what a modern day studio would cost. Like, I guess everybody charges different. There's no industry standard for this kind of stuff. So, like, the price ranges depends on the studios. Some studios are like world renowned and shit, so they can charge up the ass. But from here, apparently, according to Google, I googled what does it cost per session in a recording studio. And the first answer from therecordingden.com, the cost per hour of recording studios can range from $30 to $100 an hour. Freelance or beginner engineers may offer less, but high-end studios will charge up to $75 to $100. So, I mean, like, there's a lot of fucking leeway between $30 and $100. Now, that's per hour, right? So, like, if you need 10 hours of recording time, I mean, that's going to cost you $3-4 grand, right? Let's go by the smallest number. Oh, wait, no, I'm retarded. That's what, $300 for a song if you're paying $30 an hour for 10 hours? If you couldn't tell, math wasn't my best subject.
$30.
Yeah, $30 at 10 hours. Let's just say it takes 10 hours to make a song. Or to record the instruments.
Yeah. 300.
Yeah, so that doesn't include the mastering. That's just recording. Mastering costs extra, right? And then production beyond that costs even more, right? Like, you got to put it on an album, you got to put it on a record, a CD, whatever the fuck. So, like, every step of the way costs money. And we were looking at analog studios, and I couldn't find any analog studios that had their price listed. But, I mean, just some of the recording equipment, I'm sure they still make new analog equipment, but, like, the stuff that you want is the older stuff. And a lot of that shit is going for ridiculous prices. Hey, wait. Let me take a quick commercial break. We're getting a little bit of interference, and we'll be right back. Richard. When you're striving to be one of the best in the industry, you've got to take steps. Steps to ensure that you're different from the rest. With recipes passed down from generation to generation, it isn't about making a product that'll sell. No, it's more than that. It's about heritage. It's about pride. So we're introducing to you people now a recipe so strong it'll knock you dead. Reintroducing Dead Pappy's Moonshine. With the blood, sweat, and tears, determination, and integrity. For our blue-collared brethren, we bring you Dead Pappy's Moonshine. Dead Pappy's Moonshine, LLC. They're not responsible for any blindness, deafness, soreness of mouth, rashes, or any unknown side effects due to drinking Dead Pappy's Moonshine. And we're back. Quick shout out to Dead Pappy's Moonshine. That shit'll get you drunk. But yeah, fucking, we were looking at the prices of these analog studios and I couldn't really find much. But like just the decks. Like right here, this guy has an 8-track recorder and it's $3,500 American. It's $4,000 for 8 tracks. For $4,000 you can build a fucking supercomputer and have as many tracks as you want. So you see what I mean?
Oh, it sound as good as an 8-track.
I don't know. Some people say it's more warm and like the instruments can live in the space better. I mean, who's to really know? Like everybody now listens to MP3s. MP3s are compressed and the music itself isn't as like high quality as it would be on analog. That's the difference. Analog isn't compressed. You can compress analog, but like in its raw format, it's unadulterated, it's unfiltered, it's as clean and raw as it's ever going to be, right? And that's why people choose analog. You can manipulate analog in ways that you can't. I mean, you can do it on computer, but it doesn't sound the same, right? Like, you can tell that it's digitally reproduced.
Okay. Do we have an example?
Fuck, I mean, I don't have a record player to give you, right? But like if you look at a WAV file versus an MP3, it's the same information, right? But a WAV file is uncompressed compared to an MP3.
That's why the size is.
Yeah, that's why a
more-
WAV file is like twice as big as an MP3.
Yeah.
Like you can, it's like, you know what a zip folder is, right? It's like that.
Yeah.
Analog would be the folder before it's compressed into the zip. And the zip would be an MP3, right? It's the same information. It's just like in a pressure can. So yeah, you lose clarity. You lose, I mean, supposedly, right? I can't really.
So potentially everything online, nothing is analog?
No, if it's online, no. If you're streaming it, no, not at all. Because it has to be compressed. Because, I mean, just think about the bandwidth you'd be using. I mean, if you have fucking super networks and shit, sure, go ahead, by all means. But for, like, common folk, yeah, MP3s are good enough. In all honesty, I probably couldn't even tell the difference. But then again, I've never really heard true analog music. So, I'm just talking out of my ass. But it makes sense, right, in theory. I get it, but I don't get
So
it.
what's cassette?
Cassette is analog.
Really?
Yeah.
And you've heard analog.
I mean, not in 30 years, but yeah, sure. I've heard records, right? They say records sound better than MP3s. I don't have a record player to compare it to, but yeah, I don't know. That I like music and I like the aspect of audio engineering, but I'm not an audiophile, right? Like, I don't give a fuck enough to go that extra step to buy that equipment. It's good enough. Right?
You're not a snob?
No, I mean, I'm too poor. I couldn't afford it.
Is it kind of like the thing with the TVs?
Well, I don't know. Like, you
Or
know how.
or maybe not the TVs. Yeah, the TVs, but the gaming. How you call it
The frames per second.
yes.
Yeah. Well,
Or-
like, you just even the smallest thing, like the refresh rate. Like, a 60 hertz TV doesn't look as good as 120 hertz, right? That's essentially the same thing. I guess that's a good comparison. Or like going from standard definition to high def. Standard definition was an analog signal. High def is digital, right? So it's quicker, it's more compressed and shit. Like you can lose fidelity on analog, right? Like if you make a copy of a copy of a copy, eventually it
Yes.
starts to
it doesn't-
change.
Yeah. Because I used to make copies. Well,
Yeah,
well, I
everyone
did.
used to, right? Back in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, you get it. It makes sense, but in modern day, I don't think I could tell the difference. But yeah, fucking I'm going to assume analog studios are way more because of the time that it takes. Like when you make a cut on tape, you physically have to cut the tape and splice it together, right? Or like you have to rewind the tape to go back over it. And after a while the tape loses its quality, right? Like you're running it through the paces and you're wearing it out. It's only built to last so long, right? And there's pros and cons for both, I guess. Like the pros for analog would be that it sounds better. But the thing about digital is like you don't have to worry about upkeeping it ever. Analog only lasts for 30, 40 years. Those tapes start to disintegrate because they're made out of they're made out of some oil, right? Like
I'm gonna
everything.
tell you what is tape made out of. Is it?
It's some kind of plastic, right? But I don't know. I don't know really exactly.
It still amazes me, right? You see a tape and a lot of things come together to make sound.
Yeah. Well, I mean, records in general are fucking trippy. Because like,
Yeah, because I guess in the record you see it, like the needle. It still doesn't really make sense, right? If you put the needle in it, fucking plays. Or a cassette, you put it in the machine and. I guess it's doing the same thing as the record, right? But it's
okay,
different.
so analog cassette tapes are made of polyester, a polyester type plastic film with a magnetic coating. So like eventually this shit starts to disintegrate. So it only lasts so long. And a lot of record studios didn't know how to store shit like this. So I don't know if you guys remember, like maybe 15 years ago, there was like a huge warehouse fire that that had a lot of masters,
films.
masters and films and shit from recording studios in California, I think it was.
Yeah. I
Well,
remember.
that shit becomes flammable, right? Like self-combusting kind of flammable. So if you don't have it in the right environment, it'll either turn into liquid or it'll catch on fire.
I'll let you, yeah.
It makes no sense, but like, all right. That's crazy. But I mean, that shit ain't gonna happen on MP3. How could it, right? There's nothing to burn, there's nothing to melt. Except the computer itself.
I mean, someone could press delete by mistake.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's mistakes. And dude, I wonder how many like awesome takes of music that some asshole either forgot to record or deleted it on accident.
Yeah.
Toy Story was almost gone like that.
No shit.
Yeah, there's a story that Toy Story 2 actually got deleted.
Fuck.
The only thing is that they had burned a copy of it.
Oh, fale. So the version that we've seen is a bootleg?
Pretty much.
No
there's,
shit.
actually, there's a story online about it that they had actually released it to an employee or something like that. And they had to tell the employee, can you bring it back?
And he was like, about that, I sold it for $5,000.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well, imagine.
Imagine how little or how stupid that person would have been. 5,000? That's nothing. I mean, I made that number up, but still. But yeah, it happens all the time, dude. Sometimes I forget to press record or I delete something and I can't get it back. That's why when I record, I make sure to fucking neurotically save every 10 seconds.
I'm just imagining the band, playing their
They're playing
Putting
everything
everything
perfect and shit.
perfect, and boy, the guy's all into it. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck. And how do you stop them from playing, right? Because they're doing it so perfect.
I don't know, man. Like if it were me and I was supposed to be recording, but like somehow I didn't turn on the right microphones or I was in the wrong booth or some shit, right? It happens. Mistakes happen. We're humans. I don't know. Like, would you be like, hey, guys, shut the fuck up? I fucked up. And you know what? Honestly, that's probably what I would say. I'd be like, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to give you guys a free day of studio work. I'm going to give you a free day of studio recording. I don't know if you even want to take that up since I fucked this up so royally, but hey, that's what it is. I don't know. There's really no good way to stop somebody and tell them that you fucked everything up. You let them go and be like, yeah, that sounded good, but let's do it again. I bet you people do that shit all the time. I'm trying to get the best out of you guys. Yeah.
Stop press record.
You just have to tell them like, yo, mic number 2. There was some static coming in. Start over from scratch.
Put your phone in the backpack or whatever. I'm picking up noise from your micro or from your cell phone.
Yo, stop thinking too hard. It came into the mic.
Yeah. I could hear what you were thinking. Shut up. And yes, you did leave the stove on.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Intrusive thoughts. Did I leave
That's exactly how you do it, man. We just broke the code.
Yeah. Always question your engineer, guys.
Always question your engineer.
And make sure they press record. Well, puppy, I think this is the first time we've had you on the show since the event.
What event? The event that no one talks about.
The thing that we will not say.
The fuck?
Well, I don't know if you remember. Not too long ago, Papi was super excited to watch some sports.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it without him here, but yeah, it's already been like a month. No one cares.
It's not a month.
It's been too long, puppy. On the internet, that's a lifetime.
Sure. And
2 days is a long time.
Yeah.
I saw my boss came down. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? Okay."
You need a day off.
Hey, did you watch it? Did you do big thing? And I was like, "No." I'm like, I got sick. I'm like, "Oh, that's right." Yeah, I was sick. Garbage. I got sick. Maybe it was a sign that not to watch.
Not to bring anyone over.
Look, the moment Swifty got involved, that was it, bro. That's it. It was.
The audience don't know we're talking about the Super Bowl because I'm a Niners fan.
I don't know, man. The
They
moment
fucked up. That's it. That was it. Nothing else to say. They had it and they fucked it up. They lost that Super Bowl, not Chiefs won it. They had their chances. They didn't put them away. Mahomes did his Mahomes thing. And that was it. You have to play perfect football with them. And they did mistakes.
I don't know about perfect football anymore, man. Yes, he's good, but dude, no, like, I don't know, man. It's hard to describe.
In all honesty, when fucking Tyreek Hill left, I was like, well, there goes the Chiefs.
They won 2 Super Bowls.
And then, yeah. Bueno. Shows what I fucking know, puppy. Look at my team. My team sucks now. My team drafted Mac Jones. Fuck!
Matt Jones not the problem. It's the guy they fired.
What's his name?
Whoa. It's not fighting words, man.
What's his name? Who did they fire? No, they didn't fire that guy. Fuck.
Hey man, Kraft
what
is
was
gonna
it?
get mail.
Joe Judge? They fired Joe Judge? Is that why? Is that who you're talking about?
No.
Shut up,
She just
puppy.
got
I know who you're
fired
talking
last
about.
year. The man in the hoodie.
General Palpatine.
Look, man.
Yes.
And his offsprings.
Booger, or what? Not Booger. What's the other guy? What's the dude's name from Revenge of the Nerds? Is it Booger? No, Booger's a nerd. Ogre.
Booger's the nerd. Ogre.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ogre. Yeah. You can't see me, but I'm licking my lips furiously.
Something's wrong with that guy.
I don't know. Something wrong with
Who
all
does-
of them, puppy.
Yeah, but we're not
We're not
on national
famous.
TV. Yes, we're not famous. We're not being watching on a Sunday afternoon by millions of people.
If somebody was watching me 24/7 criticizing my every move, I would probably fucking hate it. But yeah, God damn
It's always Nixer.
it. Not for us, puppy.
Calm down.
Not for us, puppy. Fuck.
We'll be there again next year. I see it. I see it happening.
Yeah, well, maybe if you get the Hood to be your defensive coordinator.
I know they talked about that.
I saw that he was like doing some seminar for some college or some shit. He had a job for like 3 days or something.
But he doesn't even talk. He just
Well, he doesn't talk to the news. I think that's what I loved about him the most. He was just a dickhead in interviews. Like when somebody asked him a very stupid or obvious question, I love that he always like singled him out and made him feel stupid for asking. They're like,
Fuck
oh,
him,
do you feel like your players put everything out on the field? Well, that's what they get paid for. Why wouldn't they? Why are you asking such a stupid question? Like, oh, do you feel like anybody could have been a game changer? It's like we put everyone out on the field that was ready for fucking battle. Like, what the fuck else do you want? We got nobody here.
Those questions are super stupid sometimes, man.
Yeah. Or like when he just sticks to one answer and every question they ask him, he just says that. Like, we're on to Cincinnati.
We're to Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're on to Well, what did the weather affect you guys? We're on to Cincinnati.
Do you feel the legacy has ended? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. We're on to Cincinnati.
Do you feel that the dynasty is crumbling? We're on to Cincinnati.
And then what happened to Cincinnati? They got creamed. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Puppy wouldn't understand. He's only got 5 championships, but whatever, it's fine.
Shut up.
I cursed you, Puppy. I told you.
Hell, the Swifties.
Nah, it was it was Goodell.
They
trying to
made it
make
happen.
More money.
Good deal made it happen, bro.
Yeah, Goodell
Yeah.
totally did it.
What's gonna make NFL more money?
Yeah,
How's
exactly.
it?
He's trying to capitalize on the market that has been evading him since he's been commissioner. The female market between 18 and 34 or whatever the fuck, right? Nobody fucking watches football at that age. Not women, at least. And now that Taylor Swift could possibly be on TV, let's watch the game, babe. Ugh. I'm here for fucking hot men in football in tight
Ooh.
pants.
Really tight.
I don't give a fuck about some popsicle looking bitch. But whatever. Our teams suck, puppy. We'll get over it.
My team didn't suck.
Well, I mean, I only got 5.
Next year.
I only got 5, puppy. It's fine.
Okay, we got Brock Purdy.
Oh, maybe you guys can sign Deco. I was reading he's going
Prescott?
free agent this year.
Then I gotta sign them.
Why not? They could use the upgrade.
Shit.
Dude, I would rather have
Those are
McCaffrey
fighting
throw in the
words.
football. Fuck.
Have McCaffrey throw the foot.
Or what's that guy from New Orleans, Taysom Hill?
Oh, the tight end.
Yeah, no, he's a fullback or some shit.
He's tight end.
He plays everything, puppy.
Yeah, he does.
He plays
But I think
running
he's
back.
like-
He plays quarterback. He plays safety, I think. He plays a ridiculous amount of positions. A motherfucker
Is
wants
that-
a job. That's all.
He's the head coach sometimes.
He coaches special teams.
That's when he's quarterback.
Uh-huh.
He's putting himself as quarterback.
Well, maybe. Well, Rodgers signed what, 2 years in the Jets? So maybe he goes to California. Maybe he gets that good weather and that sun to help heal his broken ankle. Or he could do a shit ton of steroids and HGH like he's probably doing.
No, he's doing ayahuasca.
I mean the crystals. He's using healing crystals.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's like a healing girlfriend now too. Or something.
Oh, is she made out of crystals too, or what?
Oh no, he's healing them, but not the way we think.
She's making sure his head is clear.
Oh, she's double discount.
She's giving him that double discount, double check.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers. I never liked that guy.
Yeah, me either. Fuck him.
That's why I loved every time the Niners fucking beat them in the playoffs.
That's why I loved when anyone beat them, puppy. Regular season too, me vale verga. Fucking preseason a la chingada. Anytime he's put on his back, it's a good day for me. But yeah, don't save that. Go ahead and delete.
The fuck?
Some file that I was doing.
You know,
Was it analog?
No, it was purely digital. I guess with this little break in the conversation, we'll hear another word from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Richard, do you ever wake up in the morning feeling like you just don't have enough get up and go? Well, with the new product coming in from our glorious new sponsor, you can take that flooded, stalled ass engine you call a heart, and you can turn it into something strong, something powerful, something with some get up and go. I'm talking about nothing other than Monte-Milk. It's not for pussies, and it's gonna make you a man. I'm talking about the alpha man, the man that comes and takes your bitch and fucks your girl. And if your girl's a guy, he'll fuck him too. Because Monte-Milk has got proprietary blends of Monte ingredients. Made in the Monte, by the Monte people, for the Monte people. I'm talking about Monte-Milk. It'll get you up, it'll get you perked, and it'll get you stepping. There's nothing better than a hot glass of Monte-Milk to get your juices flowing. And if you don't understand what that means, ever wonder what made Maverick so special in Top Gun? Well, that's because he was our very first test subject, and now he's going Monte-Milk. And shout out to Monte-Milk. That shit gets me going. Gets me nice and erect. I mean, pumped up. I already said that. But yeah, in between the break, we were just shooting the shit, and Garbage is into minifigs. Builds his own armies and shit, and he paints them and transports them in food containers.
Not on pizza buses, you assholes.
Dude, that would be cool.
What do you buy? Tupperware.
Tupperware, yeah, dude, why not?
Well,
It's click and multiple shit.
Too small, that's why, puppy.
Nah, man, the hobby's fucking expensive. Plastic is already fucking expensive as it is.
Yeah.
So buying the foam fucking cases y'all talking about is like $200.
Yeah, fucking
No, dude.
Puppy wants you to get a Pelican case for your fucking. If you don't know what those are like the hard shell gun cases. They're like,
Actually, I think that will be cheaper.
probably
like,
they're
can
like
go buy,
$80 and shit.
Yeah, dude, like an AR case is like what, 100?
Yeah,
if you do the double sided ones.
Yeah, maybe 120. Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes with like the foam that can be cut into squares already.
Yeah.
So you just have to like customize it to whatever shape you want. Actually, you know what? That is actually cheaper now that I think about it.
Well, you're welcome. And look, if you look at it this way, they'll always be protected from water damage because they're watertight, and they float. So if we ever get hit by a hurricane or the Great Flood, your figs are gonna be fucking surviving the apocalypse.
Oh yeah, but not me.
I mean, you could get on the case Titanic style, right? But then
Well, if it both of us.
you're gonna have to let one of us go. It's all three of us. For sure, that case is not holding all three of us. Well, let's be real. It's really gonna be you and Papi because I'm totally gonna fucking die out way before anything happens.
You'll float too.
I'll float, but I'll freeze. I'll freeze to death.
I'll get on.
Oh, you'll get on my dead body. Oh, but then I'm gonna sink, Papi.
We just need to stay alive long enough.
You just have to stay buoyant enough until I can get saved.
I'll keep putting air inside you.
Mouth to mouth or ass to ass. Imagine trying to inflate somebody ass to ass.
I try to blow air to that little pipe of yours.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Wait, what
you
little
understood
pipe?
everything but that?
What little pipe, Puppy?
Oh, the one between your legs.
Oh, my valve. My pressure release valve. That's what I call it, Papi. Don't call it a little pipe. Call it a fat pipe or something.
Call it the chub.
Yeah, call it the chota.
The chota? The fuck?
The chota from North Dakota. Fuck.
You know what, Garber? You should buy like those little styrofoam ice chests from Stripes and shit.
The fuck, dude?
No, to transport your figures. No?
You have no idea how delicate these shits are, dude. Like earlier, I was painting one and like I bent it the wrong way, the leg came off.
The leg came off. Oof.
They're like, I
I
cut the leg halfway through.
So that figurine is got friendly fire.
Dude, I'm glad like I have this what the fuck is this thing called? Plastic cement.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's
You know what? You should try to get some of that UV resin. It'll probably work better than the rubber cement or plastic cement.
No, you're fucking stupid.
Well, UV resin cures like hard plastic.
You want me to use resin instead of glue?
Well, it's a specific.
That's what you just told me.
It's a specific kind of resin. Yes. It doesn't stay soft for like hours. You put it under a black light, and it hardens
stupid.
instantly. Or like within a minute or whatever the fuck.
Do you understand how small these things are, Desi?
I mean, you can apply it with a fucking paintbrush. It doesn't harden until it gets cured, right? So like you can use a little paintbrush and clean the paintbrush when you're done.
Do you know how plastic cement works?
I don't even know what the fuck plastic cement is. I've heard
Plastic
of rubber cement.
Plastic cement melts the plastic.
Oh, okay. So it like
So it melts.
Yeah. What is that called? There's a term for that. Fuck. No,
cement.
well then yeah, that works fine. No.
It's not a term
Like,
for the.
no,
I just never.
when it melts to like join two pieces together.
It's exactly what I just said.
No, it's not adhesion. That's what normal glue
I
does.
said meld.
The what?
Meld?
I said melds.
Yeah. I guess that's a good one.
Yeah, like it melts both sides of the plastic.
Yeah.
Put it
Oh yeah.
together.
Like, which one do you use?
I use it's a popular brand. It's actually the one that's used for Gundams. Tamiya Extra Thin Cement.
Oh yeah, I see it right here. How do you use that? Does it come with like a little brush or what?
Yeah, it's a built-in brush.
Like a nail polish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at here, and there's another one, Plastruck, plastic weld. I guess
Like-
it's the same shit.
Tamiya is one of the most popular like Gundam.
Yeah, I see why, because it's extra thin.
It's like fuck. Yeah, like you get it on your hands, dude. Like
Yeah, you're fucked.
no, it doesn't do anything.
Oh no, really? Oh, it only works with plastic. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so that's like there's this strong vapor smell. So yeah, I end
Oh.
up fucking high as hell half of the time. But but
that's
Passed out in the
that,
room.
that's not a what is it? That's not a bug. It's a feature.
yeah, I know. Keeps you going for longer. No, but like you spill it on yourself, and like obviously like outside of the vapor, like it actually doesn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
Because I was messing with another one called so this one's called, I have it right here. It's called BSI Instant Cure. Like super thin glue.
Uh-huh.
Dude, that shit. There's like a
Burns?
couple of my models that probably has some on my skin. Like, dude, like it's seconds. Like if it touches your hand and you try to take it off, like
You're
your
sticking
skin's
hands
gonna
together.
you're sticking your hands together and it burns like
Yeah.
within seconds.
So are you trying to say you have no more fingerprints?
Probably don't.
Are you saying that you can finally get away with murder?
Like I'm telling you that there's some DNA with some of my models that's gonna be covered.
Let's just say that I can't use the Titan to kill anyone.
Yeah, like
It's gonna leave skin particles everywhere.
it's sealed under all of that fucking shit. Honestly, like it's fucking horrible.
They're
Like
gonna be like, how did you get the flesh to look so lifelike?
fuck that, dude. At this point, like
And garbage
There's-
with fucking fingers all missing and shit. It's a gift, really.
oh, the amounts that I've stabbed myself with an X-Acto knife.
Oh, I hate using X-Acto knives,
Fuck, dude.
especially like when it's brand new, so you don't even feel when you get cut, but then you feel like the burn because there's oil on the blade.
No, I feel
I
when
hate
the
that,
fucking
dude.
glue falls on my.
Oh, hey, well, look at that. You don't need a band-aid.
Yeah, fuck it. It's just sealed together.
Okay, so garbage. Check it out. A full-size shotgun rifle case from Pelican, $169.99.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. I can fit like at least 2 armies in there.
Yeah, I mean they're probably like.
You know what? Let me talk to one of the shop owners and be like, you know what? Stop carrying this shit. Start carrying ammo kits.
Yeah, start carrying gun cases, idiot. We'll look cooler.
Dude, if I'm gonna go to one of those conventions. You see me walking in with a Pelican, they're gonna clear the fucking center. I'm gonna get shot.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's got a gun! He's got a gun!" We're like, "I got a whole army, bitch!" And then open it up. You put some lights on it, like Pulp Fiction. Put a gold light in it. Yeah, yeah. Is that what I think it is? Nice.
We're gonna go full on Desperado, bro.
A guitar case? Yeah, I mean that would be cool.
Guitar
too.
case, bro. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
That would be pretty cool. An acoustic guitar case because they're bigger.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, how's the hobby treating you?
Honestly, man, it's relaxing when I have time.
You spend more time painting or playing?
Dude, honestly, maybe I think neither. Probably building.
Like you build your
Yeah.
whole sets and everything?
Well, it's because the thing is, like, everything, most of the shit has options, right? So, like, I mean, think of any fucking customization game. Like, we were talking about Borderlands earlier, right? So,
Oh yeah.
you can customize your leader to have one gun or the other gun or one shoulder pad. Like, there's aesthetic choices and there's
Can I
weapon
interrupt real
choices.
quick?
Go for it.
So you say you put different guns and shoulder pads. Does that count for them, like on defense
Does
or
that,
something?
does that change the character stats in the actual game?
So yes and no. Yes, only because like there's a lot of well, not a lot. There's places that will do what you see is what you get. So only whatever you see on the model counts. And if you see a chainsaw, then he has a chainsaw. If you
Yeah.
see him having like a shield, he has an actual shield and sword. Versus other places, they're more relaxed. Like locally, we're more relaxed. Like just if you tell me that model has a bolt gun versus a bolt pistol, like there's literally like almost no difference, but there still are, like, we're okay with that. You just don't tell me like, hey, this fucker can
This guy
Can
shoots
fly.
lightning out of his dick or whatever. Yeah.
some shit like that, and he has boobs, right? So as long as it's the same fucking unit, we really don't give a shit. Like there's some armies that are like unison or
Yeah.
uniform, like they only come with one spear and that's it,
Yeah,
right? Like there's no choice. But there's
standard weapons
There-
and shit. Yeah.
but there's armies that have 7 different weapons to choose from and 3 slots to fill them out. Like there's no fucking way you're gonna buy that many combination of kits
Yeah.
to represent every single one. Like it's unrealistic, man.
But yeah, fucking that's pretty cool. That's one of those things that I would love to get into, but I know it would become an obsession, you know. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest you to start it, man.
I have an addictive personality, so that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, tell that to my wall of shame.
Well, what do you mean?
That's what it's called. Anybody that's in the hobby, just tell them how big is your wall of shame, and you'll never get an answer.
It's not that big. A bookshelf.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves.
Like bookshelves?
Okay, 3.
Oh, what the fuck? How many normal shelves?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Goddamn.
9.
I thought you were kidding.
10.
He's still going. Oh shit! There's also the ones behind me. Fuck.
Now wait, let me see what's in the storage. Now, fucking with you.
Let me turn the lights on in the other room real quick.
Let me check under the desk.
Yeah, let me check in the basement.
Let me go down to the warehouse.
Yeah, let me go down to the warehouse. Yeah. It's
Wait,
in
what's the storage?
I keep it off location just so that if my house burns down, my figs are cool.
Let me check the U-Haul.
let me check the manifesto a la verga.
Oh yeah. And let me check the backlog. What's coming in tomorrow?
Let me check my inventory real quick.
Dude, fuck that, dude.
But is it all one same army or the?
No, it's a bunch of different armies, man. Like I some of them are like I want to say one of the armies I won. That's what's still in boxes.
You
other one.
You play for pink slips? What the fuck?
No, I entered a competition.
Oh.
A painting competition.
Hey,
And I won some of the stuff. Not that I'm that good. It just happened to be like the 2 other guys that I knew would have like wiped the floor with me didn't join. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of won by default.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'll take it.
I mean, I'll take
Win's a win.
wins a
baby.
win.
Yeah,
I still beat 5 other people. So that was kind of like
don't
an
knock
army
it,
that I won.
Don't knock
Yeah.
it, dude. Win's a win, baby.
And that's about it. I think the other ones I just literally like little by little, like people were selling off their shit and they were like selling it at a discount. So
Gimme.
fuck yeah. Yeah, dude. Dude, I mean, when you're gonna sell you an army that's worth like $700 and they're asking you for like $250,
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
the guy just
can't
wanted out.
not buy that, you know.
yeah, you did not waste $250. You
Yeah.
saved.
You
500,
saved 500. That's a good.
That was the first time I ever used girl math. Bro.
That's abusive relationship logic. He hits
That's
me.
girl math, bro.
He
That's
doesn't.
girl math.
He's not mad. He's just. He loves me so much. He gets angry. He doesn't know what to do with it. He doesn't.
He doesn't abuse me. He just really corrected my behavior.
Ooh,
Dude, the fact that you hear that sometimes is like,
I know, man. I used to know a bunch of chicks that would get beat up. And like, why don't you just leave? Oh, well, he loves me, and like, I don't know what I would do without him. Well, I know what you're gonna do with him, and you're gonna give me a fucking punching bag, you stupid bitch. And like,
I don't know what I would do without him. Heal? Like,
not go to the hospital, save your fucking retirement on fucking hospital bills. Yeah, I know a couple things that you could do. You could go live with your mom, you dumb bitch. But yeah, fucking. What is that shit called? Spousal abuse or what? Domestic violence isn't funny, but that shit was hilarious. But yeah, we were talking about Borderlands, and that's how we got into the minifig conversation. And I was gonna watch the trailer. I haven't seen it yet, but I don't give a fuck about that anymore. There's this new game that I wanted to talk about with Bobby because I saw it and I was like, holy fuck, I need to play this fucking game. I don't know if you saw, I linked it in our chat. It's called Kingmakers.
The fuck?
Yeah, here, I'll link it in the chat. This game looks fucking retarded in like the best way. Like, I'm totally down to play this. Here, let me link it. If it's a link to my dick pics, just skip it.
Oh my god, I fucking was talking about this stupid game yesterday.
Dude, this game looks awesome, dude.
Is this a time travel one?
Yeah, pretty much. You haven't seen this, puppy?
No.
Watch the trailer.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Okay.
Dude, fuck this. This is just stupid, dude.
Is this chivalry, but way better?
It's chivalry, but cool, puppy.
I can't take this game serious, man.
You're not supposed to. That's the beautiful part.
It's just target practice, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Those are the best games.
What?
But yeah, let me just a quick descriptor. This game is essentially Evil Dead.
No, it's like a strategy game.
I mean, I don't know what kind of game it is. It looks like target practice, like Garbage said. But the game opens up and there's like a huge medieval war on a battlefield happening. Then it cuts to modern day and some guy's driving a truck down a fucked up street and some fucking Marty McFly magic shit happens and he's teleported in his shitty ass 92 Toyota fucking Tacoma truck into the middle of this massive battlefield and he just starts running people over with the truck. And so it's essentially like a modern person, killer, whatever the fuck, is traveled back in time with his knowledge and his skills. I guess he makes guns for the people there, and he essentially takes like a crumbling civilization and he makes them a royalty, right? It's called Kingmakers. So like this dude has the power or the ability to make modern guns and equipment for these people in the 14th century. Like, of course he's gonna push their shit in. His dude's got like full fucking what is that shit in PUBG? Like the tier 3 armor. Motherfucker's almost a juggernaut. And once I saw the Apache helicopter, I was like, oh my god, we gotta fucking play this game. And they have online co-op. Dude, imagine having like 5 or 6 Belaos just fucking shit up in a big battlefield. That would be dope.
No.
I don't need to be in the truck. I don't need to be in the helicopter, but that would be sick, having modern guns just fucking shit up.
You don't like this, Garbage?
I can't. I see the game and I'm like, no, dude, I can't. I think I'd rather play Helldivers.
Helldivers looks good. I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but it looks exactly like the Stormtroopers game. And I have that one and I still have never played it.
Which one?
Starship Troopers, not Stormtroopers. Like, my bad.
Oh, Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
I haven't played that one, but I mean, if it was as good, they wouldn't have the population that they have.
Well, it's not a finished game. That's what it's often.
I mean, you think Helldivers is?
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
Helldivers is. I think it went full release. It didn't
Yeah,
even...
it's. I think it's more finished than the Starship Troopers.
Yeah, but I mean, they're different styles of games, so I mean, it's kind of unfair to compare 'em. But still, like, this Kingmakers game is fresh, right? Like, games are kind of boring now. Like, they either take themselves too serious or they're hot dog shit, right?
Dude, how is? Yeah, no, there's no way. I saw the game and I'm like, dude, I don't want to. Like, there's no way I want to play this game.
Why? Because of a car going through medieval times?
Yeah, it just seems like it literally seems like you're just gonna be doing target practice, dude.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, for me that's not, man. I want the game to actually feel like like it's gonna be hard or difficult. Not
Well, it'll-
completely.
Well,
It'll
you
be
gotta
hard.
you gotta make weapons in medieval times. That's almost
Well, look,
impossible.
it'll be hard if you're not the one on the truck. You're the one running away from the
Yeah,
truck. It'll be
I
fucking
don't know
hard.
how that works. Like, I don't know if like everyone is like from the future or just like one person and then everyone is like peasants or whatever the fuck, and we just help out. Either way, that sounds cool. I'm down to play it. Hopefully, it's
I
not a
think-
nut and a half.
I don't know. It just feels like with as many games as there are right now, I think that's just gonna fail.
Only time can tell. It's
right
not
now-
even it's not even out yet though. So
Like we have what we have. We've been 2 months into the year and we have 2 bangers already.
which ones?
Which ones?
Power World 1.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, it's a banger. It had
Oh
really-
yeah.
and Helldivers, dude. Those are the 2 bangers of this year so far.
Enshrouded is pretty good.
It's Shrouded game.
Oh yeah,
Good enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been playing that one. That one's pretty decent.
It's early access. It's not full game.
No, it's going full release. I think
When?
in like the first week of March or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was just reading about that too. I mean, but dude, that map is fucking massive, dude. We've played probably for like, let's fucking say 50 hours already, right? At least I have. That's not a lot. But I feel like I'm still in the beginner section of the whole world.
Yeah, we are.
50 hours, dude? And I feel like we've been doing nothing but like key missions and shit, right? I haven't really done too much exploring, which is what I normally like to waste my time doing in games like that. But this map is fucking massive, dude. And it's kind of super brutal. Like, you die so easy. Not brutal like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, right? Like, not that kind of brutal. Like, this game is more, I guess, cartoony and... No, not cartoony, but fucking, like, it's not so... Fuck, I don't even know how to describe it. How would you describe it, puppy? This game was your idea.
Oh. I guess kind of looks like. Well, it doesn't look like Breath of the Wild, but it
Yeah,
has-
yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it's very similar to that. That's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, it is easy to die. Yeah,
It's
you can-
easy to die in a stupid way.
Yeah.
And that's the,
Especially when you're gliding, you run out
yeah,
of stamina.
that's the only one thing that really, for me, like, I kind of hate it, dude. Like, I hate, like, you need stamina to glide, right? Like Breath of the Wild. But sometimes, like, you're enjoying the scenery and shit, and you forget to look at your stamina, and by the time you look, you're fucking plunging to your death into a volcano.
And that too, like when you glide into the enshrouded, you don't know where you're going sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, it's lava. Fuck. Boom.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like, I guess because maybe the class, I have no idea like, why we feel like so fragile sometimes. Like the enemy hits hard, and they're not that much high level than we are, so maybe we're doing something wrong.
We're not doing something right. Yeah. Let's blame us and not the game. I think
Yes.
we're the problem, puppy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game is pretty fun. I don't mind putting in time and shit into that one.
Yeah, like how you could switch classes, like mess around with different.
Yeah, like
class
you can
and shit.
respec pretty easy compared to a lot of other games. It's,
You don't have to build a whole new character
yeah,
and stuff
like
from scratch. Or something.
the penalty for respecking isn't too bad. Like you can make all this shit if you have enough of the items, right? Right, because you only need what, like 10 of the cores or whatever to respec.
No, I think you just need the ruins.
Oh, I thought it was those shrouded cores or whatever.
No, it just ruins. And, you know, I think every time you do it, it'll cost you a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, fucking Enshrouded is pretty decent. We're still playing that one. But we started playing an older game for some reason, and it's good to go back to games, man. Some games are just too fucking fun to give up. The game that we're talking about is fucking Need for Speed Heat. It's like a fucking 10-year-old game or whatever. And we got it free on the PlayStation like, 3 years ago or something?
No, like a year ago, too.
It's been a while, puppy. I think maybe longer than a year, but whatever. That's not important. Like, we're still going back to play that stupid game.
Because there's not many driving games, man.
Yeah.
Well, not that I know of.
Ooh, it's a simulator, puppy.
But driving games that make it
Fun to drive, right? Yeah.
fun to drive.
Yeah, because
Like, yeah, you still wish it had a little bit more things to it, but
for
can't
what it
complain when
is,
it's
it's pretty
free.
solid. Yeah,
yeah.
especially the price tag. The price tag is the thing I love the most. Like fucking, I had Evil West on my Steam wish list for like almost a year, and then we got it for free. What, 2 months ago, or
On
last
PlayStation.
month?
Yeah.
So suck it, Steam.
We still haven't really played it.
Yeah, I played the intro and that was it.
The fuck?
You don't understand how hard it is to herd all these retards to play one game, garbage.
Because we got ADD.
Yeah, like everybody is doing their own shit.
That's why play alone.
Yeah, but I mean, it ain't fun unless the bros can't have none, right?
The fuck you mean, bros? Play the same.
Nah.
Nah, a lot of people like all these games.
Like, it makes it better. Don't get me wrong, but I mean,
Yeah, there's some games that I would love to play, but like,
As much as you hate on Destiny, but Destiny was the only game that was a lot of us
I
played
liked the
on
gameplay of Destiny, puppy. I hate everything else about Destiny.
But that's the only game so far that a bunch of us were on it. Like we had like 8 people on it.
We had a clan, puppy.
Well, that too. Yeah.
That's the only game that we've ever had a clan in.
And for years we played it.
Fucking nerds. I know, puppy. For years, I never got a fucking epic or legendary or whatever the fuck the gold one is. It wasn't until they started giving pity points away and started giving them away. I think the first one I got was like the Red Death. That gun's not even that good, puppy.
It was good when it came out.
It was good in the first Destiny. Yeah, I got it in the second Destiny, puppy. I was baby blue in the first one. Garbage. No bullshit. We played Destiny for what, like 3 years, the first one?
Yeah.
And I had literally rares and uncommons.
You know how it goes, right? Garbage is like rares, uncommons are just literally what you get constantly.
mm-hmm.
Then it goes to like legendary, where it's like those are better. And then it goes to like, what was it? Epic?
Yeah.
I don't think it was epic. It was called something else.
Let's look it up. I'm here.
Those are like the rare ones, somewhat rare ones. Especially in the first Destiny, it would just randomly drop on you.
I played Destiny. I told you, like, I did play it for like, but I just hated the game. I couldn't stand it.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Puppy. It was exotic.
Exotic, there you go. That.
Yeah.
But Destiny, but like I said, we played it, but I never paid attention what he had. And every time we would do raids and shit, he sucked.
No, it's not that I sucked. I had
But
a
you couldn't
bunch. I
kill
had a
anything.
shit ton of assists, right? Like people had, let's say, 50, 60 kills in a mission or whatever, and I had 45 assist kills. I did not so much damage, right? But fuck, dude.
That one time, I think I went to your house, right? You had it on. And
No,
let me
I
see
did.
what
I
you
took a
had.
screenshot, and you were like, "What guns do you have?" And I posted it in the chat, and you were like, "What the fuck?" Well, maybe. Fuck, I don't know.
I think I was at your house. And you turned it on. I think we were talking about it. Look. And I was like,
Oh no, you didn't believe me.
Yeah.
That's right. You didn't believe me. You're like, "There's no way you're using that." I'm like, "Papi, I can show you an hour of me playing, and all my drops are gonna be either bullshit or fucking commons, or it's all bullshit. Not even. There's no variety for Desi.
Yeah, and legendaries were the solid weapons that everybody could get. Like they're really, really solid.
I think I had a legend, or not a legendary, or the
And
legend. What's the purple one? The purple one's right before.
yeah,
orange,
legend.
right?
It was. Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so
legendary.
I had a legendary sniper. When the fuck do you know for me to ever use a sniper? I hate using the sniper rifle.
And those were the solid ones that everybody had, like because they were really good and you could always get them.
They were easy to get, pretty much.
Somewhat easy to get, but for Desi, he couldn't get them.
Dude, my luck in Destiny was possibly the worst, and that's the reason why I started hating it.
Yeah, because the first one was just on drops. That's it. I
Yeah,
think
like-
eventually, if you had whatever fucking stupid currency they had, because they had 1,000 of them.
The silver
currencies.
dust, the fucking whatever shit.
But the one to buy from that guy, what's his name? The fucking
Sir,
yes. If you
oh,
had
I
that
could never get
special-
enough. That's right.
Yeah, you had to. I forgot how you got them. Fuck, I don't remember.
You had
but-
to kill like bosses and shit, but since I couldn't get any kills, I was only
Yeah,
getting
you-
assists, so I could never get credit.
And those were hard to get.
Yeah,
and
it's
he only
bullshit,
comes
puppy.
once a week, and he had exotic impulse. Disney never had any money.
I never had that currency.
And little by little, I was getting them. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, look at that."
Shut up, Ray. But yeah, fuck you, Bungie. Fuck you, Destiny.
But anyways, as much as you hate on it, Destiny was the only game that had a bunch of us playing at the same time.
Yeah.
For a good while.
For a solid couple of years, yeah. Even Red Dragon. And he
Yeah?
never plays with us. Or at least never plays with us when he's not in the attic. Hiding from the Nazis. Okay, Garbage, let me lay out this for you. Our buddy Red Dragon
He's better.
Yeah, you have that one time at the brewery that we went to. He was the guy with the. He looked like the logo for the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Red Dragon. Oh fuck! I forgot where the story was. Oh, we were playing and it wasn't really late, right? But it was maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock, and he's like, "Hey guys, I gotta be quiet. I can't make very much noise." I think he had a newborn, right? So he wasn't trying to wake her up and shit. He's like, "Yeah, this is as loud as I can be." And I was like, "Dragon, are the Nazis in the room? Are they behind you? Are they in the floorboards?" He's like, "Shut the fuck up, guys. Fuck you guys." We called him Anne Frank for a while.
And
Yeah, well, she
We're
hid
gonna
in,
get canceled.
she hid in the walls, right?
yeah.
Fucking Red Dragon. I don't know if he remembers that, but if you're listening, shout out 2 times. Well, boys, we're already at an hour. I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything else.
You know what? I never asked Garbage something about the cards he used to collect.
Oh yeah. What about him?
Why would they be so expensive? Some of them, just because it was rare to get.
Yeah, dude.
That was it.
It's it, dude. Like this is nothing different, man. Like it's. I mean,
And the same thing goes for the Pokemon cards.
yeah, dude. Supply
So
and
it's
demand.
all of them because they're rare. And what? Since you're more into that, when did Pokemon get so Like, when did those cards become expensive?
Yeah, like when did they
Yep.
become worth money, like real money?
And
Uh,
why? Just
uh,
because it was popular?
I mean, so there's multiple factors you can consider. Is one, the people that grew up with. Okay, so there's several things right now, and this is not just applying to Pokemon cards, right? The people that grew up with half of the merchandise are adults now, so we control the money. Like, and you can see this even across the NFL. You see a lot of players with a bunch of anime references, dude. Just apply that to any nerd hobby shit out there, dude. There's the people that grew up with that shit now have the money in society, so they are trying to get shit because they grew up with it. It's nostalgia, and I mean, it's a product that's been out of print for 20 years, man.
Yeah, that's one of the things I keep forgetting.
It's think of it as of right now. If you try to get an Action Comics #1,
How much it would cost? Yeah.
how much would it cost you?
Let's see how much that goes for.
But yeah, again, though, because a lot of those comics were getting destroyed, and
Well, they were never meant to last.
that too.
What do you think is happening? The same thing with Pokemon
Yeah,
cards,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like, how many are out there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, who's to say what the real number of what's in circulation, right?
What's left in circulation?
Yeah, fair enough. I guess.
Because you can probably have the print numbers out there. Like a lot of people or more print numbers have been coming out throughout the years, right? Like, hey, we made 10,000 boxes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and then on top of that, how many of those are in perfect
yeah,
conditions?
and like Perfect 10 or whatever.
Is it because they were meant for kids, so that's why it became?
Well,
they don't.
it's the same
They're
thing
not
like
much around?
with baseball cards too. Baseball cards were just like something they threw in a pack of cigarettes or bubble gum. It was like a
So games back in the day, man, they were just that. They were games. It's not like they planned it. Like, hey, we're gonna make this a collectible
yeah.
card game. So they just happen to be the most popular ones and the ones that have survived up until now. It has nothing to do with like that's what they wanted to be. Nowadays, card games do that on purpose, and they're like, hey, we want there to be collectivity for the game because they understand that you need to address both collectors and the players, and they're not the one and the same. Collectors want something that they're gonna be able to retain and flip in a couple of years or maybe in a decade. Players want to be able to play with the cards right now. So a lot of the games nowadays keep both in mind, but Pokemon back in the day is like, hey, we're printing out cards, you play with them, right? And that's it. Like, they only made so many, and there's only so many left in circulation, and there's only so many left
in
in
good
perfect condition.
Yeah.
So it's just a rarity, man. It's not tied to just Pokemon. It's just
not,
tied to the concept.
It's not like because Pokemon's famous, they're worth more. It's just a rarity.
The ring, right? The Post Malone ring. It's worth $2 million because he paid $2 million for it. There was only one in existence, so that wasn't like, hey, this is gonna be worth $2 million. No, it just happens to be that the bidders.
That's just whatever somebody bought it for.
Yeah, somebody bought it for $2 million. So at that point, the market valued it at $2 million, not the company.
Yeah. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like video games nowadays too, dude. Try finding a sealed, perfect condition Super Mario for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
No, even better. Try finding a gold cartridge of any
Oh
game.
yeah. There's other ones.
Yeah. Those go
I
for
used to
ridiculous
I
money.
think I used to have one of them, maybe.
Okay, so look, check it out. In January of 2022, the Action Comics #1 Rocket copy, whatever that means, sold for $3.18 million. And then in September of the same year, the person that bought that sold that book for 3.4. Just in a few months, they made $300,000. God damn, dude.
Depending where they sold it, it probably was just that itself was just the fees.
Yeah.
But like, how does one still have an unopened fucking video game?
Well, that's the whole point of collecting, puppy.
Yeah,
Dude,
come
like
on.
somebody bought one. Somebody owned a shop back in the day. They picked it up on the garage sale. Like the same way you find a bunch of shit out there, man. Like you just get lucky and you find a box somewhere. Like okay, right now, for example, and this is an actual example. There's this game from Denmark right now called Sorcery. Um, Coming out of the Kickstarter. Kickstarter got their boxes. Whatever. Game got released in the US. The crate got lost. The one that was coming to the US.
Yeah, it got
with,
lost in
with
shipment.
yeah, it got lost in shipment. And one of the main YouTubers said like they lost the fucking shipment. Like there's nothing he could do, right? So in 10 years from now, those first wave mats that got lost, if somehow they get found, they're worth something, dude.
If somehow they suddenly just pop up.
Yeah, like how much do you think the Sony Nintendo's worth?
Yeah, that's true.
Did you even know that there was a Sony Nintendo?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, so like
Or
that's a perfect example.
Was it a Sony
like,
Nintendo or a Nintendo PlayStation? I don't remember.
I think it was
I think it was a Nintendo PlayStation.
Nintendo PlayStation because I think Sony
Sony was the one who asked Nintendo.
Yeah, I think
try
they
to
asked
make
them to help them make it or something.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so,
a
okay.
Nintendo PlayStation. Yeah.
So the Nintendo PlayStation, right? So like there's still some out there in existence because we know about them now. Yeah, like the whole thing with ET, right? The ET cartridges also that were found in a dumpster. Like it's just the same concept, just different markets, man. Like there's rarity, shit got burned out. The market wasn't flooded wasn't inflated or anything. Like for example, Beanie Babies, right? Beanie Babies
that's a great example.
Beanie Babies were rare, even though that was a factored scarcity.
It was manufactured scarcity. Yeah.
So and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're gonna make 1 million of them, and they killed their own market, right?
Yeah, they popped their own bubble. Fucking retards.
Stupid people.
Yeah. So the real Nintendo PlayStation, somebody bought it for $360,000. Not as much as you would think, but $300,000 for. Dude, it should have gone for way more. A one of one.
I think it should. I really do think it should have gone for more. I think something like that should be in a museum.
Yeah, I think it is.
I mean, if it is fucking badass, I actually would love to see it in person one day. But that's all it is, man. Like, I mean, how much can you find a Super Nintendo for right now?
I know.
I have one.
Like, I see good condition, maybe still in box kind of thing.
I know.
Like,
I have
what
it
is
there.
What is that shit called? New old stock?
Yeah, like fuck, dude. It's
new old stock puppy is like shit that was made in the 80s, still untouched in its original packaging. Like if somebody had it on the shelf for 40 years and no one bought it, no one touched it, it just stayed there, and then someone buys it. Like it's still brand new, no one ever bought it, but since it's 40 years old, it's not new anymore, right? That's what new old stock is.
It's just the same shit, just different thing, man. Like honestly, like
that makes sense.
But even then, nowadays you find stuff that is I don't want to say manufacturer scarcity, but like just stupid management. The new card game, the Disney card game, dude.
What happened with that?
It's still going.
Still going.
It's still going. The other thing is that they finally fixed the supply demand, right? So the first set was supposed to have an MSRP of $170. Dude, some of these boxes were going for $300 to $400. It has nothing to do with like the game was brand new, but it was just rare to find. So again, the same concept of rare to find costed on something brand new. If you have ever seen, man, any Supreme was a huge brand. I don't think they're as big anymore because they got bought off by a corporation and they started like over pumping their own shit.
Yeah, started making a shit ton of everything.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like, hey, there's only gonna be 10 bricks with the Supreme logo.
with the
out there.
Supreme sticker on it. Fuck off.
Oh yeah, like it's. Oh my god, man.
Dude, the
Supreme.
only one that I wish I had was the Supreme nunchucks.
What the fuck?
They made
I had no
nunchucks. Yeah.
idea.
Well, what haven't they made, right?
Yeah, but that's all it is, man. If you ever get lucky, like go through your old comics. Sometimes something is worth something there.
Yeah, I wish I could.
You don't have them?
No, like I used to collect comics when I was like a young kid, and I grew up in a small town, right? So like everything, if it was there, like it was rare. Because I mean, I lived fucking nowhere, right? Nowhere near a big city or anything. So fucking, if we got it, we were lucky, right? And I remember, I want to say I had some, not original pressings or releases, whatever the fuck you call comics, but I had some like valuable Thor comics, like early editions. And
First print.
no, not I don't want to say first print. I mean, I was like 7 or 8, so I don't even really remember. But I do remember. I found out later they were worth money, right? Like I paid maybe $3-4 in the '90s for it. Because nobody was reading Thor back then. No one could give a fuck about that fucking nerd with wings. And I moved into a new house, and it had a garage, and there was a lot of cats in the neighborhood, so there was no mice or rats in the garage. So me thinking like, oh, a garage is where you store shit, right? I stored my comics there. I had baseball cards, wrestling cards, X-Men cards. I collected shit, right? And I'm pretty sure some of that stuff is worth money now. But what I didn't know about moving into this new place was that when it rained a lot, the garage flooded. So I had maybe 2 or 3 of those white boxes where you put comics and shit in, full of just a bunch of random comics and shit. Most of them were probably fucking worthless, but I'm pretty sure I had maybe 2 or 3 pretty decently priced ones. I'm decently priced, I'm saying like $30-40 back then, right? When I paid fucking pennies on the dollar for them. And it rained gacho one weekend. And I was like, man, I want to go check on my comics. I go check on my comics, and the fucking garage is flooded, dude. Like 3 feet of water, shingles of water. And it was that day that I could say, fuck you, comics. You fucking broke my heart.
What the fuck?
I mean, I should have blamed the rain, right? Or whoever built the shit house. But ever since then, like, comics always just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I was hurt, traumatically scarred, right? All of my work and effort gone because of rain. Because I was careless, right? Like, I knew it was my fault. But I didn't want my sister fucking drawing on my comics or coloring them or whatever the fuck, right? I was a kid, but I wasn't stupid. But obviously I was, because I left them in a flooded garage, and now I have nothing. So when comic book movies started getting like really popular, I was like, man, fuck you, comic book movies. Like every now and then, like I'll go into a comic book shop and I'll see shit, and I'm like, why the fuck are you gonna collect anything? It's just gonna break your heart. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm traumatized with comics, dude.
Yeah, somebody fucking hurt your heart.
You're gonna buy something, and you're just gonna put them in the garage.
Hey, I'm gonna put him in the garage, yeah. Or
and just wait till it gets flooded again.
and just yeah.
You see,
Here, I knew it was gonna happen. Well, then why'd you leave it there, you idiot? Fuck. Yeah, so I'm emotionally scarred with comics. But whatever. You win some, you lose some, and apparently I just keep losing.
I am delivered.
Well, at least comic books are off for a year at least.
Why?
Marvel's not releasing anything this year.
So how does that work? Like, since Disney bought Marvel, does Disney own the rights to the comics too? Or is that like separate?
The Disney owns the whole world. Have you not seen South Park?
Yeah. Hey, come on.
No, they just own the movie, the rights to the movies. Not...
To the
Yeah,
movies?
so
Okay.
Because I think the comics part still belongs to Marvel, if I'm correct. Then there's the whole Sony.
Yeah, Sony Spider-Man and...
So Sony owns the universe for movies, but Marvel still owns it
they're
for
like
comics.
they're licensing it out, right, to
Yeah.
Disney or whatever the fuck.
No, I think they own it now.
Oh, okay.
It's not even that they license it out. I think they fucking own it. Like it was one of those deals that they did on the 90s, and then it went bad. It went good for them, right?
For
Like
them,
they were making the shit out of the Spider-Man universe, making shitty movie after shitty movie. But I had no idea that movie even existed
Which one?
until this week. The shitty ass one that just came out this week that got like.
Oh,
horrible.
Madam Web or whatever?
Dude, who the I know we talked about this last year. Like, dude, who the fuck? This movie's gonna flop, and we were right. It flopped.
Well, they don't know who their core audience is, apparently. Or maybe they just don't give a fuck and they think they're too rich.
Care.
They think they're too rich to fail.
Of course. I think that's exactly what it is. They're too rich to fail.
Yeah, I think that, well, they think, right?
They think.
Apparently now, like, Disney Plus subscriptions are tanking. They're losing chingles of money. They're spending $200-300 million on movies that make 50.
Idiots.
Did you see the movie?
Nope. I refuse to.
Fuck yeah, me too.
I'll wait for it to be in Disney Plus.
I'll wait for it to hit Pirate Bay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Buccaneer Lake.
Buccaneer Lake.
What's the purpose of that movie, though?
I don't know. They were trying to set up a universe for
of all
Spider-Man.
female Spider Women. Come on, puppy! It's 2024. Get your head out of the past.
Oh.
Well, didn't the Marvels also tank fucking horribly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So if you're gonna give me female superheroes, give me the good ones.
Like which ones?
Rogue.
dude. Oh fuck! Speaking of that, did you guys know they were making a remake of the cartoon?
X-Men 97, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of Rogue, I don't know if you remember, but dude, in the cartoons in the 90s, Rogue was caked up, dude. She had fucking fat ass, dude. She was hot as fuck. Big old titties too.
Of course.
But fucking, I saw the trailer for the new one. I guess it was during the Super Bowl or some shit. I don't remember anymore, but I was like, something doesn't seem right. Like, the animation's gonna be different. I get it. They're gonna get as close as they can, but something didn't look right. And then I looked online and dude, the memes. You know that picture of Wolverine laying in bed, like touching the picture frame? In the picture frame, it was fucking Rogue's fat ass from the 90s.
Of course.
And I was like, that's what's different. She looks like a fucking wooden plank. What's wrong with being voluptuous and a badass, right? Like, is that impossible? Is it impossible to be hot and tough? Like, I thought women empowerment was like for all women, not just the unattractive women that look like boys. I don't know. I hate the nostalgia play on fucking movies, and now this, like, why? Nobody asked for this. And if they did, fuck them anyway. Make something new. Why you gotta ruin my childhood?
Well, you know what they did to Morph, right?
To Morph?
Yeah.
What is Morph?
From X-Men 2.
It's the guy who morphs into many.
Yeah.
He clones himself, I guess.
Yeah. So he's the guy that died in the first episode, and
He
eventually
was
comes
Wolverine's
back.
best friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I had to look it up, but
he's non-binary.
Of course.
How do you know if you don't ask?
That's pretty much what they did to him. And supposedly, this was not. I'm not sure. I haven't confirmed it because I really don't feel like sitting down and researching this.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck
But
about this show.
they wanted to make Cyclops gay.
I can see that. Cyclops was a bitch.
Dude, no. The way Cyclops is, dude, like comics book wise, he's a fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, but in the cartoon, he was a pussy.
Oh well, yeah.
In the comics, in the comics, he was a motherfucker. But
dude, he's
I mean,
a fucking asshole, dude.
I would be too. All I gotta do is look at you, motherfucker, and you're dead.
Motherfucker killed his wife.
All I gotta do is take off my cool looking shades, bro. What are you gonna do? All I gotta do is open my eyes. You can't shoot me faster than that. You can't stab me faster than that. Unless you know how to stop time or you're fucking Quicksilver. Or whatever the fucking X-Men version of that guy is.
Quicksilver's a fucking peasant, dude, in the show. That's what I'm like. When you see him in the movie, and I'm like, since when were you a badass?
Since when was he this cool? Yeah. I don't know, man. I hate that. Like, why don't they just make? Well, remember they tried with the New 52. It's just it doesn't work. No one fucking wants this shit. But yeah, whatever. Before I start fucking wanting to smash my keyboard thinking of fucking Rogue's juicy ass that no longer exists, I guess we'll go ahead and end the show there. I want to go ahead and thank the boys for fucking showing up. It was good, man. I miss these days. I miss this time. But as always, I'm your boy Desecrator. This was Hanging Heavy. As always, much love and rich and rare.